Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me again for another episode of Mark on Comics. So today's episode, I've got for you the October previews catalog, what's coming out during the month of October, what I'm looking forward to. Not a complete list, go by previews, but it's what I'm looking forward to in the month of October. So first, I would like to ask that you hit the like and subscribe button to help the algorithm, help other people be able to see me. And if you like the content I provide, please hit the notification bell so you'll see when I've got new stuff coming up. Now, I do have this all on this nice little list, and being half blind, I can't see that. So I'm going to have to put on the spectacles and read from my list. So I always start this off with Marvel. Maybe, you know what, next month I'll do it in reverse. I think I will. Next month I will do this in reverse. So from Marvel, Fist of Khonshu #1. Now, Fist of Khonshu 0, I don't know. But I do like Moon Knight. I've been following Moon Knight since, not Werewolf by Night, but since his original series came out, and I have the majority of that. So I do enjoy Moon Knight. So I'm going to give Fist of Khonshu #1 a try. We'll see what happens. Then we've got the new Iron Man #1. Little bit of a departure for Iron Man, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give it a try. Blade Red Band #1. Well, now that Blood Hunt is over, things can maybe settle down, so we'll have to see what goes on with Blade. So Red Band, as you're all aware, is the more graphic, polybagged to keep it out of the hands of little kiddies. I don't know if that works, but hey, could be good. So Blade, Red Band #1. Next we have Mystique #1. I believe it's a mini-series, and I have it on my list because I do like the character, but she just hasn't done really well in titles of her own. But I'm going to give her a shot, so we'll see. Then another book I'm really looking forward to is Sentinels #1. I don't know if they're gonna have what was in previews on the cover, but I liked that what looked like to be cover art and a new direction for the Sentinels. So I'm excited. Looking forward to it. You know, Sentinels have always been a really good villain, but hasn't been a lot of humanity to them. So we'll see what happens in the new Sentinels #1. Next, Wolverine #2. So Wolverine's getting a new launch. I'm a big Wolverine fan. As a matter of fact, when I get done here a little bit, I'm going to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. So when I get back, I am going to do another video that I'll review and give you my opinions on Deadpool Wolverine. So Wolverine #2. See how it goes. Next is Exceptional X-Men #2. So Kitty Pryde is running a new X-Men. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to feel about this, but I'm going to give it a shot as Exceptional X-Men #2, so I will have found out in September if Exceptional X-Men is going to go anywhere. Next, X-Men 5 and 6. So X-Men #1 I wasn't thrilled with. And I don't know, I haven't read X-Men 2 yet. I think it hasn't hit the stands. I think it's out next or the week after, but I'll give X-Men 2 a shot. So I'm still holding out that this will be a good series. So I'm looking forward to issues 5 and 6. Next we have X-Force number 4. So my previous reviews had X-Force number 1. It was okay. Still waiting to see if it's going to bump up. But if it does, we got a real book going, because I really do like X-Force. So we'll see how it goes. Next we have Uncanny X-Men number 4. So the Uncanny title is back. Not really sure. You know, the X titles, just for the most part, aren't hitting on all cylinders. So hopefully we can get some writing in that will really boost this title up. Next is X Factor number 3. A fan of X Factor, so I'm hoping number 3 can do well. I haven't read number 1 yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. Then we have Deadpool Team Up number 3 by Rob Liefeld. And again, I don't care what people say about Rob. I like his art. I like his storytelling. So I just happen to think Deadpool Team Up, not just number 3, but Deadpool Team Up is going to be a hit. So don't miss out. Deadpool Team Up number 3. Next, we've got Conquest 2099 number 1 and 2. So these books bring in the characters from Annihilation 2099. Not going to tell you who they are. Go out, find them, or find information online about them and read up, because it's a conglomeration of all the characters in Annihilation 2099. Next, we have Phases of the Moon Knight number 3. I don't know. I've read the synopsis, not 100% positive, but as I said, I like Moon Knight. I'm going to give it a try, so we will see. Next, we have Werewolf by Night Red Band number 3. So the Werewolf by Night isn't in regular editions. It's only Red Band, so it's a little more extreme. But you know what? I think I can take it. So we'll go with Werewolf by Night Red Band number 3. Then we have Spirits of Vengeance number 2. Of course, number 1 hasn't come out yet, so it is hard to say, but I like the lineup. I like Spirits of Vengeance, so I'm going to go with it. Next, we have Wolverine Deep Cut number 4. I have number 1. I haven't read it, but it's Wolverine. I like Wolverine. As I said, I'm going to the movie. So I do recommend picking up Wolverine Deep Cut number 4 because it's Wolverine. And there have been some Wolverine issues that have really been, stinkeroonie. But you know what? Most of the way, no. Wolverine's a good character. And then we have Wolverine Revenge number 3. So I'm looking forward to this. Wolverine Revenge also does have a Red Band edition. I'm going to get one of each copy and do a comparison, see how they look. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man 60. Same month 59 comes out, but the reason I'm looking forward to 60 is because this is where we lose Zeb Wells. Now, look, he's been on it for 60 issues, and most of the way along the way, it's been not extremely good. So, Amazing Spider-Man 60 is the last of Zeb Wells' run. So, the last couple issues I've read have been okay, especially 54. I really liked 54, and I liked the way the story ended. Zeb did a good job there. But what about the prior 50 issues? They were some okay, some not okay. But that's about the farthest they went, was okay. So I'm looking forward to Amazing Spider-Man 60. It will be the last of Zeb Wells' run, and we will see what happens with issue 61. Next, we have Chasm, Curse of Cain, number 3. Well, I really like Chasm. I think it's a good character. I don't like the suit. I don't like the suit. But that's okay. I don't have to like the suit. I like the character. So we'll see how Curse of Cain goes, issue number 3. So I haven't read number 1 yet. I hope it's good because I do enjoy Chasm. Next, we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 10. Well, the number 7 issue wasn't great. It was pretty good. And we're going to have 8 and 9 before number 10. But for the most part, Ultimate Spider-Man has been decent. Well worth a read. So I'm looking forward to Ultimate Spider-Man number 10. Then we have the Ultimates number 5. Read number 1 and 2, did some reviews. I like it. So we haven't had 3 and 4, but you know what? I've enjoyed 1 and 2, so I don't think things are really going to change that much. So we will see. Then we had Deadpool number 7. Not excited about Deadpool number 7. Not going to tell you why I'm not excited. Most of you probably already know. But I'm not looking forward to it. So we will just have to see what goes on with issue 7. But it is on my list. Next is Alien Romulus number 1. Well, you know, I'm not going to go see the movie. I'm a little wimpy when it comes to horror movies. I don't like blood and gore, so I'm just going to have to pass it. But it's coming out in a comic book. That comic book is a comic book, not a visualized, here's people moving and getting things done. So I'll get the book. Next is Star Wars Inquisitors number 4. So, number 1 was pretty good. Looking forward to more. But so since I like Inquisitors, I'm going to go with number 4. We'll see what happens. Yeah, baby. And then Star Wars Ahsoka number 4. So I enjoyed Ahsoka on Disney Plus. So I'm going to get the book. I read number 1. It was good. I mean, yes, it was the story. It was the TV show. But it's the TV show in comic form, just like The Mandalorian and The Mandalorian 2 were the 2 seasons in comic book form. So I'm a go for those 2. All right, now we're moving on to DC. First of all is the new Absolute titles. Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm not sure about DC's All In. I remember about 10 years ago, DC, I need to make a new direction, so we're going to do, how about the new 52? It was a different Batman, it was a different Wonder Woman, it was a different Justice League, it was a different Superman, it was a different Green Lantern, Green Arrow. All of those had 52 titles, and they were all in a different universe. So I'm not really sure. And I'm wondering too, are we going to have 2 universes now where we have a story of Absolute Batman and a story of regular Batman each month, making us now have to buy 2 more to double the issues? I don't know. But it's new. I am going to give it a shot. And I do remember New 52, for the most part, had some good titles. And with the All In, we've got Scott Snyder, and that's where he started on Batman 1. Good read. Batman the series was good with Greg Capullo. If you don't have it, I highly recommend going back and getting it. Good stuff. But now we went to the original universe, which New 52 titles died off. That was all forgotten. And now we've got Absolute. So, I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm going to give it a shot. Could go somewhere. If it does, I'm all in. Then we've got DC's All-In Special #1. So I think we'll get a little more information about the All-In and the All-In titles and what we've maybe got looking forward in the future. So DC All-In Special. Next we have Superman 19. Now the reason I'm looking forward to this is just because there's a twist with Superwoman. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. So next from DC is Detective Comics 1090. So I always get Detective Comics. I read the synopsis. Don't remember right offhand what it said, but I know that, wow, I like what that says. I'm going to pick up a copy. So that's Detective Comics 1090. Next, we have Green Arrow 350. So 350. All right, good job, Oliver. So now that Absolute Power is over, Oliver has to deal with what's going on, and we'll see. Oliver Queen, good character. So I want to pick up an anniversary issue of Green Arrow. Then we have The Flash 14. Looks like a little bit of a new conflict here, so I'm all in for Flash 14. Next we have Batman and Robin 14. And this just looks like a turning point for Damian. Haven't been a big Damian fan. I think he's way too arrogant, bit of a, excuse me, bastard. And I'm really hoping there can be a turning point that can bring Damian to be the Robin that Batman really needs. So I'll be picking that up. Next is Batman Superman World's Finest #32. Looks like a good story coming up. You know, previews is big. I wish I could recall everything I read about all the books, but I don't. I just make up my list and go from there. But World's Finest 32, I'm looking forward to. Then we have Green Lantern Dark #1. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't remember if it's an Elseworlds or I think it's an Elseworlds, but we'll see what happens. If I enjoy it, I'll be happy. Then we have Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age #5. Solid story so far. A little confusing here and there, but all in all, I think it can be gathered what's going on, and so I've been enjoying it. And then last from DC is The Nice House by the Sea #4. Now, I am recommending Nice House by the Sea because it's James Tynion, and Nice House by the Lake did well. I actually haven't read book #1 yet, so I'm hoping it's good, and I will be picking them all up no matter what. So then we move on to Boom. Boom, boom, boom. First book from Boom is The Creeping Below #1. You know, I'm getting to where I'm enjoying the horror comics a little bit more. They're not, some of them are, but for the most part, they're not showing a lot of gore and violence, and you see a lot in the background, and you know that doesn't bother me. So I'll check out Creeping Below, see what it does. Then we have Vicarious #1 from Boom. Again, read the synopsis, like what I saw, so I'm putting it on my pull list, and Hope it's a good book. Then, a book I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I like the premise, but I'm not sure on the synopsis on issue 2, and that's Minor Arcana. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. You know, number 1 still doesn't come out for another month, so we will see, but I don't know. Then we have Hello Darkness, number 4. Hello Darkness, my old friend. So, Hello Darkness, number 4. Good anthology series. So, you know, we don't get horror, you know, which isn't my big thing, but we've been lacking in the comic community on good horror comics. So it'll be nice to have Hello Darkness amongst us. Then, Uncanny Valley number 6. So this, I believe, is the finale of Uncanny Valley. I've really enjoyed the fact of a kid finding out that his grandpa's a cartoon character and he has the traits of a cartoon character. You know, I've enjoyed it. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping it's a good read, because the rest of the series has been so far. So I'm okay. So, Uncanny Valley, number 6. Then from Boom, Garfield, number 3. I like Garfield. You know, I'm not sure, you know, if it's going to be to my liking, but I'm giving it a try. So issue number 3 will be coming out in October. So next month I'll have issue 1. We'll see if I keep it going. I'll give it a shot. So from Dynamite, the Terminator number 1. My pull list, I have put down to receive 10 copies of Terminator number 1. I think it's going to be hot. So I'm willing to take a chance, you know, at $5 a book, you know, so it's $50. You know, if I lose, I lose, but, you know, I really don't think that I'm going to. So, going to get Terminator number 1. Next we have Barbarella number 1. You know, I'm looking forward to Barbarella because I like the character, but if this book does good, I will be surprised. They've done Barbarella a couple of times and it just fizzles out, and it's a real shame. So they're giving it another try. I will at least pick up the first issue and see what goes on from there. Next we have Space Ghost number 6. Read the synopsis. I'm a fan of Space Ghost, so yeah, I'm going to pick up number 6. Then we have Thundercats Chitara number 4. So Thundercats in general, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I can read them, they're okay. But I think Chitara is a breakout character from the Thundercats, and I certainly hope that she continues on and keeps going. So we'll see. Chitara number 4. Then we move on to Titan. So all 3 from Titan for me are Conan titles. Conan, Battle of the Black Stone number 2, Conan the Barbarian 16, and Savage Sword of Conan number 5. I'm sure everybody knows, but if you don't, Savage Sword of Conan is a magazine. So it's all black and white, but you know, it's been really good so far. I'm enjoying Savage Sword of Conan. Looking forward to Battle of the Black Stone. it sounds like it's going to be a real winner. So I'm going to get it. Then Conan the Barbarian, Jim Zub just kicking it out of the park. You know, we need Conan, and what we need more is a writer who understands Conan and can continue to knock it out of the park. Then we have a whole boatload of books from Image. So first of all, finally from Ghost Machine is Hyde Street #1. So I liked the original Ghost Machine #1 and how it had a little bit of Hyde Street in it. It is a horror comic. So we will see, but I'm down. I'm looking forward to it. Then we have Null Hunter #1. Premise looks good, so I'm going to go for it. Then a new #1, Medieval Spawn. So Spawn's been good. We got a Spawn universe now, so I'm thinking, yeah, Medieval Spawn sounds like it'll be a good one. So I'm going to pick that up. Next, we have Department of Truth 27. You know, Department of Truth took a little bit of a hiatus, and now it's back. I've read issue 23 and 24. As I said in my review of 24, I had a problem grasping what was really going on with issue 24. But I'm still a fan, and I'm still going to keep going with it. So out that month, Department of Truth #27. Next, we have Dstlry #5, which is the series finale. So Dstlry 1 and 2 were really very good. I like the plot of how they're going with this, of the battle with the brothers, and you know, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. It is the series finale, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another Dstlry around the corner. But we'll see. Next, The Domain #4. Read issue #1. Really liked it. So I'm going down for Domain #4. Then Geiger 7. Geiger's been a solid series. I like it. I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to continue to get it until, you know, bye-bye, Geiger. Which I don't think is going to happen. I think Ghost Machine has been a really positive influence, and Geiger is one of their top properties, so I think it's going to continue to go. Then we have Lady Mechanica, The Devil in the Lake #2. Yeah, Joe, his Lady Mechanica, they just do a really good job with every single series. So I am looking forward to getting The Devil in the Lake. And this is issue #2. Next, we've got Power Fantasy #3. Could be fun. Should be fun. But we'll see. Next is Public Domain #9. Public Domain has been interesting. I haven't read all the issues. You know, there's a few I've missed, but it's been interesting, and I enjoy it, so I'm going to pick it up. Next, we have Redcoat #7. Now, I like the story of Redcoat. I've been enjoying it. You know, it's interesting. So I'm going to keep going with it. Next, we have Rook Exodus #6. This is one of those series, if you're not reading Exodus, Rook Exodus, you're missing out. Really good story. So I'm really loving it. So I'm going to pick up Rook Exodus #6. Next, we have Scarlet #5. Scarlet has been top-notch. It's really been enjoyable. I like the character. So I can't wait to see more of what's going to happen in Scarlet. Next is Transformers 13. So Transformers 10 left me a little wanting, but that's okay. I still like Transformers. I still think it's a good series, good read, and I've never been a huge Transformer fan, so I'm enjoying the fact that I'm enjoying Transformers. So next we have Void Rivals 13. So Void Rivals has just been a positive series. It is just doing well. I've been enjoying it. Void Rivals, you know, a controversy between two races that think they're different races, but probably not so much. So I've enjoyed that. So next is Universal Monsters Frankenstein number 3. I like the Universal Monsters. I don't see any reason why Frankenstein's going to be different. Haven't read number 1 yet, but that should be out soon, so we'll see. Next is Witchblade number 4. Number 1 just didn't do it for me at all. Didn't do it for me at all. But I'm going to continue with it at least through issue number 4. If I can't get into it all the way up to issue number 4, I'm sorry, I'm going to be dropping it. I was really looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be great. I just didn't get it. So I'm going to be going, as I said, till issue number 4. After that, I might just drop the series. Next, I'm looking forward to Ram God number 4. Haven't read issue number 1 yet, but, oh, by the way, it's from Massive. But it's, you know, got my interest, so I'm going to see about Ram God number 4. Next from Dark Horse is the Anisi Boys number 6. I enjoyed the first 2 issues, so we'll have to see. I keep saying that, I'm sorry, but I will have to see. So, Anisi Boys number 6. Next we have Barstow number 1 from Dark Horse. Read the synopsis. I'm looking forward to it. I read the synopsis. I am looking forward to it. Next, we have Duck and Cover number 3, the final issue. So, I haven't read Duck and Cover, but I read the synopsis in previews, and it looks cute. So, I'm going to pick this one up and give it a shot. Next from Dark Horse is Jupiter's Legacy Finale number 2. Well, you know, I've read the Jupiter's Legacy books. I watched Jupiter's Legacy on TV. I love them all. I'm really sad this is Jupiter's Legacy Finale. But if it's not doing well, I can understand. But hopefully, maybe we'll see it again in the future. Next from Dark Horse is Paranoid Gardens number 5. Now, I'm not on the list of Paranoid Gardens, but I'm going to be. My LCS owner, he said, "Hey, have you seen that new book by Jared Way?" No, I haven't. Looked through it. Art was so wonderful. Haven't read it yet, being honest. Haven't read it yet, but the art is so fantastic. I'm going to give it a try. Next, from IDW, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. The Turtles are always a hot property. Now, I personally wish they just had continued, but, you know, they always want their new number 1s, and oh well. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. Then from Afterlight Comics is Silence number 2. I saw this in previews. I read the synopsis. It's like, well, that looks good. That looks good. Might not be, who knows? But I am going to be picking up Silence #2. Then from AHOY is Babs #3. Again, the synopsis looks cute, so I'm going to pick it up. Babs 3. Then we move on to Valiant. Resurgence of the Valiant Universe #1. #2. So, I've been a big Valiant fan for a long time, but recently they have just not done well for me. And so, if they're going to come out and maybe get a better system going, I'm going to give it a shot. So, Resurgence of the Valiant Universe #2 is on my list. Next, from a new company, at least for me, I've never heard of it, Battle Quest Comics, is Young Nomads #1. So this is another one of those. I read the synopsis. I think, wow, that looks good. Looks entertaining. So I am going to pick up Young Nomads #1. Then from Dstlry is Through Red Windows. Synopsis looks entertaining. And as I've said, I am a fan of the larger sized comics. I enjoy them. So Through Red Windows #1. Now we have Life #2. So of course #1 hasn't come out yet, but it's on my pull list, and I'm at least so far looking forward to it. I will say, like, one of the books I was looking forward to was The Blood Brothers' Mother. Didn't like it. Did not like it. But I was looking forward to it, so you never know. When Life comes out, I might not be happy. So I don't know. And then Time Waits #2. Boy, oh boy, am I really looking forward to this one. Synopsis of 1 sounded great. Synopsis of 2 sounds great. Next month, I'm going to bring in previews so I can read some of the synopsis so people will understand what I'm thinking is going to be good. So next, another new company, at least to me, I've not heard of them, IPI Comics. They're reintroducing the Human Fly with Human Fly #1. So Human Fly is a Daredevil, and we'll see what they do with Human Fly. Looking forward to it. So then from Mad Cave is Hour of the Wolf #1. Then Flash Gordon #3. Looking forward to Flash Gordon. Then Sanction 5, which is the final issue. So got to get caught up on my Sanction. I've got them. So I've read a couple, but I haven't read all. So I'm looking forward to Sanction #5. Then we have Dark Empty Void #2. Dark Empty Void #2. Synopsis looks good, so I'm going to be picking up Dark Empty Void #2. Then from Magma is Hell's Half Acre #2 and The Pedestrian #3. So Hell's Half Acre, synopsis looks good, looking forward to it, and is the second series. And then The Pedestrian looks hilarious. Don't know if it will be, but at least for me, that's what I'm getting out of it. It's probably going to be a serious story, but just the whole premise so far, it looks hilarious. So I'm going to be picking it up. Then from Oni Press is Epitaphs from the Abyss #4. Good #1. Well, creepy. I enjoyed it. Next is Cruel Universe #3. Looking forward to getting Cruel Universe, another EC title, just like Epitaphs from the Abyss is. So they're reinstituting EC Comics, which stands for an entertaining comic. So we'll see. I hope. It looks good. Science fiction, horror, we'll have to read to see what happens with it. But I'm looking forward to them. Next from Scout, Kerpow #2. And as I've said, Kerpow, I'm picking it up strictly because of the title. Yeah, I read the synopsis, but it's the title that really sent me off on it. Kerpow. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to be picking it up, and I would bet I will be enjoying it. So that is my list for the books coming out in October from Previews Magazine, Marvel Previews, DC Currents, and IDW Comics. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate everybody being with me, and I know this is a long video, so thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.